Came here to take over the game. Yeah. Still. I know what's going on. Yeah. It's still politics as usual. Life looking beautiful. Talking real heavy. More heavy than the usual. Shook the whole world up. That type of motion new to you. So it's just a throwback. Losing, we don't know that. Only give them our facts. That's exactly what y'all lack. Always show the people love, so they show us love back. Yeah. And been worthy like 42 on the Lakers.
Good evening and you're welcome. We are excited to be with you on tonight. It is in the middle of the NBA playoffs. There's a lot going on, and we're going to get to it. We welcome you, one and all, to the Positive Usual NBA podcast where we cover everything NBA related, as well as some sneaker talk. I am so glad to be with you. Adam Carter's right there. Greet the people, my brother.
What's up, Jack? How you doing?
Man, doing well. Glad to be on, man. Man, a lot to get to. Interesting things. The NBA is wilder than ever. Looking forward to talking about it. But before we get there, I want y'all to go and support us, this movement we got going on. Before we get too big and act like we don't know y'all, hit us at www.a3ts shop and support what's going on there. You'll see our faces on the merch. Go ahead and get some. Shout out to you, RJ. You look just like me wearing me around. You gonna kill me for that one.
I said, "Who's that handsome guy in your shirt?" I said, "Oh my God, that's me." I said, "That is me. That is
me." Yeah, man. Glad to be on. Glad to be on. Yes, sir, man. Listen, you got some sneaks. You got some action. What you got back there?
Listen, I went into the archives. I went into the vault, as we call it, and I pulled out those Mocha Jordan 3s. Very slept on. If you know, you know. You gotta have a little bit of swag in your bag.
Yes.
So those are the Mocha 3s, Jack. Came across those one of those sales. I got them on the wall, and I'm like, people just don't know. They're buying all the other color ones, mids, but they leave the Mocha 3s. They are crazy.
Yes, man.
Every time,
man. Yes. Here's what's funny with me. I forgot my sneakers. I got to go to my vault, and so we both going to share your Jordans tonight. We both got them. It'd be like both of our sneakers.
We just keep them in my house. Well, Jack, you don't got no sneakers, so let's not waste no time. Let's jump.
Oh man,
Jack.
I'm
in here. The rest is you already know, and he ain't here to lie. One thing about that,
he been lying. He been lying his whole life, but we're gonna give him a pass because that's a hot phrase.
My guy, what up, boy? We gonna jump right in, Jack. We gonna jump right in. The number one.
Before we jump in, he was doing some exercise today. It looked like a total scam. It was a farce. He just be throwing weights anywhere. I said they need to kick him out of that
gym. Shout out to Tez and Coley. They be in there getting it in, Jack.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. I saw him this afternoon, and I went right to the gym.
That's right. We motivating each other, Jack. We motivate.
We got to do it.
Yes, sir. Let's jump in, Jack. The number one seeds are playing no games, Jack. They took care of business right away, Jack. The OKC Thunder and the Cleveland Cavaliers both pulled up those brooms. They went into the, they down there like electric boogaloo. They was out there sweeping.
Cleveland, like, I couldn't watch the game because I was working all weekend. But I was checking the scores. I was like, they up 40 every time they played them?
Duh.
And Garland wasn't even playing.
Duh.
Like, jeez.
If it comes down to those two teams or the last two standing, that is going to be a Ali Frazier. That is going to be Pacquiao Mayweather when it should happen. Not the Pacquiao version, Pacquiao Mayweather we got, but the Pacquiao Mayweather that we wanted. That is going to be a heavyweight fight, Jack. If they end up meeting in the NBA finals, both of those teams are legit, bro.
Yeah, man. And Cleveland, they kind of stumbled into the playoffs, and I think they're just playing possum. We're just trying stuff out because they had the seed solidified. They look like a machine now, and they had the Heat looking like they don't know what's. One thing about the Heat, they always give it their best shot. and you would and they always give great effort, but none of that mattered against Mobley and man, that squad. Listen, that Cleveland squad. We've been saying this our second year. I think they're ready to make that jump, and I think they're catching Boston at the right time. A little beat up, no Drew Holiday. You know, Jaylen Brown getting shots in the knee, so
Yeah.
still got a lot. Still got a lot more basketball.
It looked like Cleveland was playing spades, and they ain't have a lot of spades, and they said we going wheels. We ain't playing nobody. We ain't playing nobody.
Like that one black,
that
one black lady. That one black lady went viral, just throwing them down all hard. That's I was like, yo,
they went wheels on
123 to like 86. I'm like, man. Poor Pat Riley.
Yeah,
man.
Should have left LeBron's cookies alone. Leave LeBron's cookies alone.
Yeah, man. Leave them alone. Yeah, so
okay,
number one seed.
Back, man. OKC Grizzlies. Man, another whooping.
Yeah, man. I watched them come. The crazy one when they came back from like 27, 29. And I remember I said, I didn't see that since the Celtics did that to the Lakers that year. Yeah. And they came back from like 20. And I was watching I thought I was in the Twilight Zone. This Ja who's injured said he thinks he figured him out.
Yo, he figured him out all right.
Like Ja, every time I pull for him, he says something and does something that's just insane, yo.
He figured out that he can't beat them. That's what he figured out.
That's what you figured out.
You can't win. What did Adrian say?
Yeah, that's what you said. Right, said, man, I got to go find Apollo. I got to go trade for real.
Go be in there hitting the slabs.
I got to go get Adonis Creed's daddy to work with. But so I'm like, yo, they was whooping y'all, and SGA had like 15. Y'all still losing by 40.
Yeah, and that was the crazy thing. Like every game, like SGA's not having a great game. They're just a well-oiled machine, Jack, and they were just clearly the better team. We wanted that playoff matchup early in the season, but apparently we did not. We did not want that.
Yeah, man, and I think it's just you placing these coaches, that coach particularly, in a bad spot. 8 games, never been a head coach. I think he's new to the American game. You throw him in the playoffs,
right?
I think it's a bad move. But you're right. The number one seeds, killing.
Absolutely.
I know that I ain't look right. I just peeked over. You know, if y'all watching this on, we're live on Wednesday. Golden State losing by 20.
Man. So let's slide on to our next topic, Jack. I don't know if I'm sure you've seen this on the internet. They've been talking about, can 100 men take on a gorilla?
You see that coming?
Did you see that, Jack? Have you seen that? I'm
a little behind on it.
Well, there's been this big debate: can 100 men take on this gorilla, right? And Giannis did his best interpretation of trying to take on 100 men yesterday. Giannis might have been a gorilla yesterday. Giannis was trying to take on everybody in Indiana. He wanted to fight everybody.
Yeah, I'm getting in, and I'm watching this. First of all, man, I did not think they were going to lose this. I was on a road coming back from Willow Grove, and I was listening to the Knicks game. But because I thought I was listening to this game, then I just checked the score. I was like, hold up, they lost by 1? It was up 7. Did somebody get a Reggie Miller? It was worse because they was just Halliburton was just laying up. First of all, them Halliburtons are wild. John Halliburton, he messed around and get banned from the league. Who do you think you are? Yo,
we thought that Josh daddy might have been the first.
No, he got him beat. Yeah.
John Halliburton.
First of all, he ran up on Giannis, 6'11", chiseled. You out there, 5'8", maybe. See how far Giannis was like this at him. And his brother, he'll kill for Giannis. He lucky that could have went so bad.
You're lucky he didn't come down from the rafters and run out there and tackle John Halliburton.
And I'm so glad that Tyrese, he had to step on and apologize for embarrassing him, supposed to be his moment of glory. I said, that's a lesson for me as a fan. I
Nah,
said, I hope I don't
boo
do
boo.
that.
John
No,
Halliburton was his face like nah.
that's the Giannis. And Giannis gave such a great explanation of it at the press conference. If y'all watching, y'all didn't see it. It's 3 minutes worth to listen. And this guy said, he said, you got to be humble in victory. And I do remember when they won the champ, he went over there and sat down. Giannis ain't much of a talker. He may do this, he do a little bit, but he's not that kind of guy. I can even see like if John Halliburton, if Dame was healthy, and prayers up to Dame, he's one of my favorites with that Achilles. Man, it's a terrible injury.
Terrible.
Dame does this. Giannis ain't got none of that. So, Giannis, a Greek Nigerian, that is the ultimate respect you getting in his face. That could have went, I'm telling you. And because I didn't know what was happening until I watched it all. This guy, and his was funny. He just ran onto you can't run into a high school court like that. He's the funny. He had to man. He apologized so fast.
But my favorite clip is, and let me make sure that I get my man's name right. When Giannis grabbed Benedict Mathurin, is that how you say his name? Mathurin?
Oh yeah.
He grabbed the back of his neck like that was his child, and he said, "If
I was like, that's supposed to be affection,
clean your room."
He's gripping him up.
I thought he was going to baptize him, Jack. I thought he was going to put him.
Giannis so strong. He had him that one way. He's gonna need the whole team. Giannis get a hold of you. You do this team.
My man was team. Like, get up.
It's funny, man. Yeah, that was something else, man.
Giannis wanted to fight everybody.
But here's what's we can't get into it tonight, but it's gonna be the topic all summer. And we got to work on the content now. Where is he gonna land? I don't want him to stay there.
Nah,
I can't. I don't want him. He's still in his prime. He's still incredible. And I just think that team, man. It's funny how old a basketball team can get right before your eyes.
Yeah.
How
he just won in 2021.
Brook Lopez looked like he's 45. He couldn't even get in the game. And that's just like somebody else. I was like, that team got old quick.
Yeah.
And so man, I don't know if he's gonna, he's not gonna. It's not gonna be a messy trade because they're gonna try to do right by him, but they can't. They don't even own no picks at 2031.
They put on their eggs in the Dame Dollar basket, Jack.
Oh, I was sold on it too. I was sold.
And this is the thing: if this debacle of Milwaukee Bucks team has taught us anything, it taught us that Drew Holiday is as good as advertised, and he's extremely undervalued.
He's a glue guy, and he's a glue guy. See, you can't like those guys. He's like I'm looking at Dylan Brooks. Even though I don't like his game, he could be dirty. Even Draymond, but to their team,
oh, you love him.
Like that's how Drew is. Drew ain't like but he makes a difference on the team. And we should know that he made a difference when he was a young player with the Sixers.
Absolutely,
he made a difference with the New Orleans.
Absolutely,
when he was there, and man, he put him over the top.
Yeah, when they made that trade, that changed everything.
And I was like, did they give up? And I said, man, because Drew can stick. He was sticking Durant.
He can literally play probably 1 through 4.
And nobody makes the game easy for Giannis on that team.
No. Not even Dame Dollar makes the team
too hard. No, he doesn't. Giannis don't get anything easy.
Mm-mm.
So they got a lot of questions, but John Halliburton, that was Malice in the Palace Part 2.
And Indiana plays. Who do they have next round?
Cleveland.
If all goes well, Cleveland. Yeah, you try that with some of those guys from Cleveland. They listen. Good luck,
man. Yeah, man.
It's on their radar now. Somebody gonna be
now they look now. You exactly. Now, look, Giannis is a gentleman, so and he probably look. He's an older guy. Man, if you'd have did that to Dylan Brooks,
oh man, if you would have did that to Ant-Man,
oh man, then he would have went to the press conference and said he did it. Because he don't care. He don't care about
It's
nothing.
a bunch of players that John
Yeah.
Halliburton did not want. But honestly, I would put Giannis on that list as people that you not.
Yeah, I think he just stunned. I think he was stunned. And by the time he got it together, like, this dude is throwing this dude's down. You know what he said? He said, they haven't won it. I won a championship. They haven't.
Simple as that, Jack.
That's what he said. Yeah, man.
And Indiana's going to be hard pressed to get out of that second round. So
Man,
you
Cleveland,
might want to be humble. You might want to humble yourself.
dog.
Yeah, man. He definitely is. Definitely
And yo,
was.
Taz, and if you notice, I don't watch First Take, but I know Marcus Morris has not been back on that show. I guarantee that. Yo, you want to talk about grand opening, grand closing?
Listen, once those producers figured out what a Y
But they
is,
figured it out, because I don't even think Stephen A knew. But when they got it together
Google,
at the
what
post
is
meeting,
a YN? They listening like, what?
they let you on ESPN and you blew it. Yo, he blew it so bad they won't let his brother get on because he looked like him.
Listen. He must have wanted to get fired. He was like, man,
Like,
listen,
yo,
I
you
got
just
something to
got
do.
there. And my homegirl, Chennai, knew it all. She knew it immediately. She was like,
The funniest is when those other people that really know, like Chuck was on TV, I think it was last night. He said something wild, and Kenny and Shaq were like, wow.
Yo, how about, speaking of Shaq, did you see him arguing with Kenny and them that wasn't nothing that Halliburton did, and it's fine and all that? Yo, Shaq, yo, he's becoming such a grump. My dude put me on him on Twitter. He said, Shaq, all he do, he's just a grumpy. Stop it. Oh, stop it. That drives me crazy now.
God, man.
Just want to argue, man.
Charles Barkley's always saying something that's kind of questionable, and it's like he doesn't care. He'll like sip his water or his vodka, whatever's in that cup. He'll drink and just after, and Kenny's just sitting there like, this shit wild, man.
Yo, man, like, yo, they was. I didn't see them argue that intensely in a minute over this Giannis, and he was trying to compare, like, yo, I said, no, nobody. Rarely, I don't think I've ever seen that a fan since the Mouse in the Palace ran up on a player.
Yeah, that's wild.
With
That
bad
could have went bad.
vibes.
That could have went bad. John Halliburton could easily be in Indiana Hospital right now. Whatever there's a pop-up facility.
Yeah, man, exactly.
It took one hit.
Listen,
so thank
man.
God that Giannis was a classy dude, man.
Yeah, man. But I can't wait to get into where he's gonna go to, man. Because man, you go and get a prime Giannis.
Man,
it's great.
Watch out, Indiana, for whoever his next team is, Jack.
I always thought before we move on, I always thought he would go to they was over him and Curry.
Could happen, Jack. You never know.
They have to give up the whole team though, because to make it work. But people are going to be lining when we watch free agency. They going to be. You see them moving them assets around. But I thought he would have could wind up out of Miami. But I think Pat Riley kind of ruined it for them getting stars.
Pat Riley.
He did dog Jimmy though.
Yeah, the old way of doing things.
That old man. No, you can't. Nah, man, you can't.
This generation ain't going for that.
Even though I don't like how Jimmy left, he did tell Jimmy to shut up. And you cannot tell a grown man to shut up.
Not the story of the team.
Nah, man. So yeah. Shout out to you, Giannis.
Yeah, man. Let's move on to our next topic, Jack. You mentioned the Rockets. We got the Lakers and the Rockets on tonight, Jack. Are they finished, Jack? Little nervous.
For their lives. I think they can get this one, but I missed that. I listened to it. I was working, but JJ Redick. I take back every compliment I gave him this year.
Listen, viewers, the quickest we give out compliments, kick them back. I need you to notice that.
They don't call me Shifty Shot for nothing. Yo, I'm looking and the commentators like, they didn't rest in the second half. I said, you let a 40-year-old man not get he's never going to say I'm tired. Not in the playoffs. Yeah, you gonna no? He needs to. Everybody needs a rest. So
Yeah, I've
you gonna
never
chase
seen that.
Ant-Man around? He's Ant-Man. Ant-Man. McDaniel. These are athletic 6'8" dudes. No matter how good he's playing, everybody needs a break. And you
And the
can't have Luka.
commentators and the critics are talking about, oh man, LeBron didn't score no points in the fourth quarter. Michael Jordan would never. In what world at 40 years old would Michael Jordan ever play the whole 24 minutes in the second half?
He never played the whole 24. Peak Michael Jordan rookie. When they was losing, they played a whole. Nah, we gotta stop. You know that drives me crazy. That drives me. Yo, like yo, JJ Redick and what? I don't know. You know, Scott Brooks is over there. Nate McMillan's over there. So nobody was like, yo.
You got an earache, buddy? You all right?
Man, I got my other jerseys in, know they popping out on me. I'm like, yo, I was like, they don't got 20-second timeouts. I'd have been like this. Yo, get him out. Yo, not just him, everybody.
Yeah. And they got people that could have, I mean, Gabe Vincent, you get some shooting in there.
2 minutes.
Come on.
2 minutes and a foul or two. They get a 10-minute break. You put them right back in there, refresh. Luka cannot play that little bit of defense he be trying to play. Bring the ball up against those kind of defenders for 24 straight minutes.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah, and unfortunately, what we saw was Luka kind of reverting back to some of his old ways, and they almost look like the old Dallas Mavericks where everybody's standing around and just dribble the ball. Luka, move the ball. You
know why? And he's thinking, he's tired. I got it. Now, when you're tired, you know what you're going to do? Oh, I got to make it. You overexert.
Right.
So now I'm watching him, and yo, they missed that and like these referees have been missing some calls. There's like he got tripped. That possession.
Did you think that was a trip though?
I don't know if it was a trip, but the ref got to call it.
Or did he step on his foot? It kind of looked like Luka stepped on his
foot.
If
he got to call it though. I think in Luka, but he's Luka.
Right. And that backfires because he complains too much.
Yeah. So in the LeBron call, what I still didn't really see, that's a that's a tough one to lose. Yeah, but I don't think they're consistent because we've seen that they've been doing this all playoff.
Yeah.
So the hand can't be part of the ball on the first 3 quarters and the last play. It's not. I think all the players and the fans want y'all got to be consistent.
I mean, well, we saw some of that inconsistencies in the Detroit versus New York series.
My God, yo,
that final 3, that was a foul, and then they later on said, "Oh, man, we reviewed the tape. That's a foul." But like that doesn't change the outcome of the game, though. Like that's nice that you admit that it was a foul. You got to call that.
I wish they would stop that, and when the NFL does the same thing. They do their report after the game. Yeah, that was a flat. Dog, keep it to yourself. Thankfully, the Knicks, the Pistons won.
Yeah, they won the next game. Yeah, but it worked out that way. But what if it doesn't work out that way? And it's a shame, man. These playoffs, man. I said it at the beginning, like you just never know what's going to happen. You got the 3rd seed LA Lakers and Minnesota. We know that Ant-Man, and this has been a hot take I've seen a lot. They're saying, is Ant-Man better than Luka? Man, you'd be hard pressed to argue that Luka is better than Ant-Man today.
But here's what's funny, and I don't want us to get caught in what we're seeing today. We got the recency bias because y'all had Kawhi Leonard as the next Michael Jordan last week.
But this is the thing, though, Jack. Ant-Man did this last year in the playoffs too.
He's balling, but who got him out the playoffs last year?
Karl Anthony Towns.
No, whatchamacallit him? Luka sent them home.
Oh, I thought you were talking about who was playing good. I'm about to say. In addition to Ant-Man last year, Karl Anthony Towns was also. Yeah. I thought that's what you said. Okay. Yeah.
But Luka been to the finals. I said you got.
But that was with Kyrie though. Kyrie really was a difference maker in that series too, though.
But what I'm saying, Ant got to get there. We can't crown him. We can't crown him yet.
Yeah,
but he's my guy. But I was like, yo, Shea Gildress, he better than him too, the MVP.
That's tough, Jack, and I think that's an argument.
Like, so I just answer my guy, but I'm just like, this it's gonna be tough. But that's not your average 6 seed.
No,
You think it's like Golden State is not the average 7th seed in the playoffs. Here's how it makes a difference, because the matchup suit, that's such an unfavorable matchup because they play small ball just as good as the Lakers.
absolutely.
Lakers can outsmall even Golden State because Draymond's small. Draymond and LeBron can deal with him.
Yeah,
But they got those wings, man. Alexander, this dude's 6'9".
absolutely.
So they make it
Jack.
tough for Lucas. So when I saw that matchup, and now Ant-Man is really raising his game. They've been, you know what? Julius Randle is playing like he got sits.
Absolutely, Jack. This is
Like,
hopefully the Lakers pull it out tonight, though. I just want to see this series continue.
I just don't want to see the thing about me they're blowing the games.
Yeah,
That's what
they could easily be up.
They're not getting beat down. It's not a beat down. So they can play. But this is the first time JJ Redick looks like a first-year coach.
Absolutely. So let's wrap this up. So who wins these series? Let's wrap this up. The Lakers series in Minnesota? Who's your pick for that, and who is your pick for Houston? Does Houston pull it out, or does
Houston up by 30? If Houston lose this one, they need to burn that whole city down. They up 30. If y'all let Stephen Curry get 15 threes in the second half, you don't deserve nothing.
Unfortunately, I'm going with Minnesota winning that LA series, and I'm going.
You talking about the whole series?
The whole series.
I was going by game.
Yeah, I got Golden State pulling out that series, and unfortunately, I got Minnesota pulling out theirs.
Yeah, but for this game, I got the Lakers pushing the series back.
Golden State in the finals lose to Boston. Chips. Ah, man, I see it, Chips. I see it. We're gonna see. We are going to see. Jack.
Golden State beating. Well, first of all, we didn't miss it. We got to talk about how the Nuggets playoff Jamal Murray is activated, and playoff James Harden is back. Oh, and I've been waiting. For
you've been waiting on hard. You've been waiting on hard. Producer, did you hear this? Get the tapes, producer.
I've been waiting for James Harden to disappoint y'all like how he did us. It is but now he can't. All he doing is looking for Kawhi. That when that pressure gets tight and they get right, and when they get behind, he's a great front runner. We found that out. He can run in the front. But now, man, Gordon is something in those plays, like you said, anything can happen. Gordon gets that alley, changes the whole momentum.
Absolutely.
Whole momentum change. Now they come and blow him out.
Absolutely, Jack. Absolutely, Jack. And just like that, we're gonna head out of here with that's a fact, Jack stat of the week. I came across a good one. Jack, you ready for this one?
Drop it on me.
Matt Barnes. We know Matt Barnes from driving 100. What did Kanye say? He drove 100 hours.
100 hours. No 100 gas.
Hours to go smack down on his former teammate. But this is crazy, Jack. I learned today that Matt Barnes in high school was a football standout, Jack. In his senior year, he led the nation in touchdowns and catches. I'm sorry. He led the nation in touchdown catches with 29, Jack. He's All-American, was named All-State.
Wow. I got to look that up.
Led the nation with 29 touchdown catches, Jack. So
I wonder why he switched over.
Yeah, well, everybody, as they say, everybody wants to be a basketball player, Jack. So everybody wants to be a basketball player. I seen a clip of the number 2 pick in this NFL, Travis Hunter. He's doing windmills and he got the ball on the string. Incredible athletes, Jack. Incredible athletes.
You remember back in the day, you ever see that clip? Ken Griffey, Dion, Barry Bonds. They have to do reverse. They're doing reverses like it ain't nothing.
Yeah,
That's
Jack.
crazy. But I never would have picked Barnes to have any kind of football skills.
Absolutely, Jack. And just like that, that is the end of episode 19, Jack. It's time for some quick shout-outs. You got some shout-outs, Jack?
Yeah, shout out to Tez in the comments. Keith Austin, I saw him and Chris Bottoms. They say Chris Bottoms has a whole suit, vest, and necktie on right now at 8:36 p.m. He's fully dressed. Do me and Dubers laughing said Chris is always fully dressed. Cutting the grass, suit and tie. Like my Uncle James, fully dressed all the time. So shout out to you.
Oh my God, that is hilarious, man. I am shouting out Douglas Spann, my boy Dougie Miller. I'm gonna shout out those parents of Damir Miller. He made his way to the Jets. Very excited for them, man. Coatesville has a new team. You're gonna see a lot of a New York Jets jersey.
You can count on that.
And I'm
gonna pull up my when I had an old Keyshawn Johnson in high school. I gotta dig it up. Thanks.
Yeah, so shout out to Dougie and shout out to Queek. Congratulations to you both. Absolutely.
Yeah, man. That's a major deal.
And just like that, Jack, we're out of here. You gotta give us something smart on the way out, Jack. We would be remiss to not get something smart from you.
Oh man, of course. First of all, before I drop this jewels on you, look at the merch. Go get that. Look at that hoodie with the ball on the top. I love them. Make sure y'all grab all that. Make sure y'all support. Shout out to Tyrone Bongs for coming up with all this. We appreciate it. Make sure y'all go check that out. And I do have something smart. 6s and 7.
Jesus.
Came here to take over the game. Yeah. Still. You know what's going on. Yeah. It's still politics as usual. Life looking beautiful. Talking real heavy. More heavy than the usual. Shook the whole world up. That type of motion new to you. To us it's a throwback. Losing, we don't know that. Only give them our facts. That's exactly what y'all lack. Always show the people love, so they show us love back.